He was betrayed by the people who should have protected him, thrown into darkness, forgotten by the world. But Allah never forgot him. In the ancient land of Canaan, nestled among rolling hills and timeless olive groves, lived the Prophet Yaqub and his 12 sons. It was a large family, bound by blood, but strained by the subtle currents of human emotion. Among all his children, one held a unique and cherished place in the Prophet's heart. This was his son, Yusuf. A boy of remarkable beauty, but more importantly of a pure and gentle spirit. His presence was like a ray of light in his father's life, a source of immense joy and comfort. This special bond was deepened by a wondrous dream Yusuf shared with his father. He saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars, all bowing down to him in reverence. Prophet Yaqub, with his wisdom, understood the profound meaning behind this vision. It was a sign of Yusuf's divine destiny, a prophecy of the great honor and station that Allah had planned for him. He cautioned his young son, "O my son, do not relate your vision to your brothers, lest they plot against you a plot. Indeed, Satan is to man a clear enemy." Prophet Yusuf, a young boy, was deeply loved by his father. This love was a protective shield, a recognition of the light within him. But a light that shines so brightly can also cast long, dark shadows. And jealousy grew in the hearts of his brothers. It began as a whisper, a bitter seed planted by envy. They saw their father's affection for Yusuf and his younger brother Benjamin and felt slighted, overlooked. "Surely Yusuf and his brother are more beloved to our father than we," they would murmur to one another, "while we are a powerful group. Indeed, our father is in clear error." The seed of jealousy began to sprout, its roots twisting around their hearts, choking the bonds of brotherhood. What started as whispers soon grew into a sinister conspiracy. The brothers gathered, their resentment now a burning fire. They debated Yusuf's fate, their words sharp and cruel. Some suggested the unthinkable, but others recoiled, proposing a less final, yet equally devastating solution. They would cast him out, sever him from their family forever, hoping that by removing the object of their father's affection, that affection might turn back to them. They would create a void, a wound in their father's heart, and then offer themselves as the cure. One day, they took him far from home. They approached their father with feigned sincerity, their dark intentions hidden behind smiling faces. They asked to take Yusuf with them to play in the fields, promising to protect him, to watch over him with utmost care. Prophet Yaqub's heart was heavy with premonition. He feared the wolf, he told them, but the real danger lay much closer. Reluctantly, after their persistent assurances, he let his beloved son go, unaware it would be the last time he would see his innocent face for many, many years. Their journey took them deep into the wilderness, far from any watchful eyes. There, the facade of brotherly love crumbled away, revealing the cold, hard cruelty beneath. They led him to an abandoned well, a dark, forgotten pit in the earth. And with hearts devoid of compassion, they seized their little brother, stripped him of the coat their father had given him, and threw him into a deep, dark well. His pleas for help echoed against the cold stone, but they were met with deaf ears. He looked up, seeing the faces of his own brothers, the ones who should have been his protectors, turn away and abandon him to the terrifying darkness. No goodbye, no mercy, only silence. The profound, crushing silence of betrayal, echoing in the depths of the well and in the vast, empty desert they left behind. Allah, in His infinite mercy, saved Yusuf from the darkness of the well. A passing caravan, journeying to Egypt, lowered their bucket for water and found not just sustenance, but a beautiful boy. For a fleeting moment, it must have felt like salvation, a rescue from the lonely depths. But the test was far from over. His ordeal had merely changed its form. The very men who pulled him from the earth saw not a soul to be saved, but a commodity to be sold. The hope of freedom was quickly extinguished, replaced by the harsh reality of bondage. They took him to the sprawling markets of Egypt, a land of wonders and wealth. Yet for Yusuf, it was a place of profound humiliation. There, amidst the noise and chaos, he was sold as a slave for a paltry price. his worth measured in a handful of silver dirhams. He was purchased by Al-Aziz, a high-ranking minister of Egypt. In this new home, Yusuf grew from a boy into a man, endowed by Allah with wisdom, grace, and impeccable character. His master recognized his unique qualities, his honesty and intelligence, and soon entrusted him with the affairs of his entire household. For a time, it seemed his trials had eased. He had found a measure of stability, a position of trust. But this, too, was a test of prosperity and integrity. It was in this house that he faced his most difficult trial yet. The wife of Al-Aziz, captivated by his beauty, sought to tempt him towards sin. She locked the doors and called him to her, but Yusuf's faith was his shield. He sought refuge in Allah, declaring, "He is my Lord who has been good to me. Surely the wrongdoers will not succeed." In his attempt to flee, she tore his shirt from behind. At that moment, her husband appeared at the door. To save herself, she spun a web of lies. She falsely accused Yusuf of attacking her, presenting his torn garment as proof of her innocence and his guilt. Despite evidence to the contrary, a wise member of the household noting that the shirt was torn from the back, proving Yusuf was fleeing, the shadow of scandal was too great. To protect the family's honor, a terrible injustice was decided. Yusuf, the innocent, the righteous, was locked behind prison walls. He had chosen prison over sin, and so to prison he was sent. The cold stone and iron bars became his new home, his reward for upholding his piety. Years passed. The seasons changed outside the stone walls, but inside, time seemed to stand still. Each day was a mirror of the last, a monotonous cycle of darkness and fleeting light. Yet even in this forsaken place, Yusuf's spirit remained unbroken. He was still patient. His heart, though confined, was vast with faith. He knew this was a chapter in a story already written by the best of planners. He never despaired, never questioned the wisdom of his Lord. He was still trusting Allah, certain that behind the veil of this hardship, a divine purpose was unfolding, waiting for its perfect moment to be revealed. Years passed in the quiet solitude of the prison. For Yusuf, these were not years of despair, but of deeper connection with his Lord. He was hidden from the world, but never hidden from Allah's sight. And when the moment for his elevation was decreed, the means to achieve it began to unfold in the most unexpected of places, the mind of a king. The ruler of Egypt was plagued by a vivid and unsettling dream. He saw 7 fat, healthy cows being devoured by 7 lean, gaunt ones. Then he saw 7 full green ears of grain and 7 others that were withered and dry. The dream left him deeply disturbed, with a sense of foreboding he could not shake. He summoned the most learned men in his kingdom, the magicians, the interpreters, and the wise men. He recounted his vision, searching their faces for an answer, for some semblance of peace. But they were baffled. They conferred amongst themselves, their whispers filling the great hall, but ultimately they could offer no clarity. A confusion of dreams, they declared, and we are not skilled in the interpretation of such visions. The king's anxiety only grew. It was then that a forgotten promise sparked in the memory of one man. The royal cupbearer, who had been imprisoned with Yusuf years earlier, suddenly remembered the righteous young man who had so accurately interpreted his own dream. Overcome with guilt for his forgetfulness, he approached the king. "I can tell you of its interpretation," he said, "so send me forth." He spoke of a man of truth, languishing in the dungeons, a man blessed with the knowledge to unravel such mysteries. Hopeful, the king dispatched the cupbearer to the prison. When the dream was presented to Yusuf, he didn't hesitate. But when the king's messenger urged him to come out, Yusuf refused. This was not about mere freedom, it was about justice. He insisted that the king first investigate his case to publicly clear his name of the false accusation that had imprisoned him. His honor had to be restored before he would step into the light. The king, impressed by this display of integrity, summoned the women involved, who confessed the truth. Yusuf's innocence was finally proclaimed for all to hear. Only then, vindicated and pure, did he come before the king. He explained the dream with divine clarity. Egypt would see 7 years of abundant harvest, followed by 7 years of devastating famine. But he offered more than an interpretation. He offered a solution, a detailed plan for survival. The king saw before him not just a dreamer, but a man of profound wisdom, integrity, and foresight. When Allah decides to honor someone, no prison can stop it. The prisoner became trusted. The forgotten became remembered, not just as an innocent man, but as the savior of a nation. Allah raised Yusuf from the lowest place to the highest position, from the well to the palace, from betrayal to honor. If Allah delays your relief, it is not rejection. Just like Yusuf, your story may be written in patience before it is written in honor. If this story touched your heart,